So yeah, I mean, like I says to the broad, I might be turning purple, but at least I had carrots for dinner, right? Oh, hey there, what's going on? Welcome to
Yeah,
another episode of Perfectly Misfit with your two fucking favorite weirdos, Renee and Daniel. How are you, Daniel?
I'm good. I'm good. But hey, if you got problem with cabbage, then you got a problem with me.
See,
Me, you
that's
got to
what I'm trying to
marinate on
say.
that.
It's these are the hard hitting issues and topics that we are going to continue every single fucking week that we can here on our fucking shit house of a fucking shit show of a show. I guess I just dropped the ball on that one. That's just a perfect example of what you can expect for the next 59 minutes, folks. Welcome to Perfectly Misfit. Fucking every fucking Tuesday here, 9 o'clock Eastern, fucking violating your ear holes with just nonsense.
Bullshit.
Yeah. There's artists, there's bullshit artists, and we are definitely bullshit artists. And we like to, on occasion, invite other bullshitters on. And who better than that than I hate to say it, former champion, Corey Castle, the bullshitter of bullshitter.
What's up, folks?
What's going on, brother?
Welcome to COVID Castle.
COVID Castle. So
That's
did you
me
come
right
back
now.
with, test positive, buddy.
No, I didn't take a test yet, but
Okay.
I'm just dragging ass.
Oh boy. And then you accepted the guest invite for the night.
yeah. How could I not?
Well, cheers to you, buddy, with our non-alcoholic beverages tonight.
Yeah, we usually do a toast at the beginning of every freaking. Toasting lemonade is just ugh.
It does not feel right.
It's so wrong. It's wrong. I'll tell you, it's wrong, nigga. So yeah, guys, welcome another week, another fucking shitload of craziness got put out over the past week. Their mom's house, fucking Boba Fett came out. Your boy finally went to see Spider-Man.
I'm doing that Saturday.
All right, so we won't get right into that shit.
We won't talk about it just yet.
Yeah, well, guess we'll have to wait another fucking week for lazy ass Dan.
I was sick the week before, buddy.
Yeah, I was sick now. Anyway, let's not get right into that shit. Corey, what's going on? Welcome back on the fucking show. First time, our first guest ever. Yeah, I literally checked my closet to see if mine was clean. It's got to be in the hamper. I've got the Evolving with Corey Castle shirt. I guess might as well just do plugs since we got
dude.
Guest.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Corey Castle will get you all that fine ass merch.
And like he's not one of those shitty fucking wrestlers who's like, hoodies are $60, t-shirts are $40 plus shipping. I think it was like $19.99 plus fucking shipping. I'm like, you can't fucking beat that.
Yeah,
a $20 t-shirt.
I'm not making any money off those shirts. Fucking maybe I am. I don't know. I don't even pay attention to that shit. If it costs $19, I might make $7 or I might not. I don't even know.
It's something. It's more than we make here. That's all you know.
Way more than what we make here. We fucking lose money on this shit.
Well, I'm saying I've sold 2 shirts, one to Renee and one to Dan, and that's it. So thank you for your $14 that you've contributed to my life.
We're your biggest fans, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think the hoodie was at least 35, so you got at least 15 from me.
Yeah, dude. Awesome.
Oh wait, so you technically sold one shirt and one sweater?
Yeah, and
not ever.
Yeah, well. We used to have boxes of merch, like shirts and hoodies and stuff, and take them to shows, and people will buy them at shows at the gimmick table. But I don't have that stuff anymore.
Fair enough. What else you plugging, bud? We got the merch out. What else?
Oh yeah, go follow my YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. YouTube.com/Corey Castle. And Instagram and tweets at Corey Castle, as it's on the screen here at the bottom,
right there. Yep.
If you're watching live, but yeah,
If you're watching live, if you're watching after live, it's still going to be there, Corey.
Well, I mean,
right,
I mean, if you're watching it, it's the watching was the important part of that conversation.
Gotcha. We love Corey. There's I think he's out the person who's been on the show the most next to Joey. Yeah, we fully fucking support this fucking lunatic. I don't really follow much wrestling anymore. It's all like now I just watch it for nostalgia. But if I'm gonna throw on something that's not like mainstream fucking AEW, it's gonna be fucking Corey Castle matches, man. Those are your personalities. Like it's so different. I mean, like we all know who I love over at AEW.
Do you know, I just had a conversation with an old friend today who he used to train with me at the wrestling school. Like we came up together, but then like he stopped wrestling at some point. And we were talking about how he's trying to discuss with his kids. And they're like, that's stupid. Don't go back. That's dumb. And he's like, I said, it's like you play in a band, but your body is every instrument of that band. That's what being a wrestler is. To me, that's what indie wrestling is. It's like you really got to play this gig. Your band, you got to every bit of emotion and being goes into that performance, and that's how I feel about going out and wrestling.
I swear to God, every time Corey's on, he has to say something beautiful, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, like to add on to it is like, unless you're like on a show constantly, but you've been on the DCW, right, for a while, so you have a lot of people that know you. But if you're an independent wrestler, there's most of the time, that's at one time that fan has ever seen you before. So you've got to basically tell them who you are and what you're all about in the first 20 seconds of that match. So, and then build that story that probably just happened 5 minutes before you walked on, and tell that story beautifully. So.
What's so fun about being a wrestling fan? Like I remember when I was a kid, not like that now, but like being able to just boo somebody. You can't do that in real life. You can never do that. It's got to be such fun.
You can, but someone's going to fight you.
Boo this man, boo! And everybody gets on. Like that's not something that even takes place in any part of the world. Like in sports, they're like, oh, my feelings are hurt. Press conference. Like there's always something. But in pro wrestling, like we're there for that. So get that out of you. Like I think the outlet that I get from taking the bumps and getting out there and doing the art, of pro wrestling.
I got you.
Yeah, it's real buzzy.
Yeah, I heard a little feedback, but you're good. Buzzy. I mean, it was buzzy for a second, but now you're clear.
Yeah. So I think the same outlet I get from it is the same outlet.
Microphone.
10 punch.
This is again his personality, his wrestling personality, just never escapes him. It's always with him.
So it's the same outlet. I'm sure, like you've had a hard day, a hard week at school, and you want to get out on the weekends and boo all that aggression out of you. Like no one ever lets you scream or boo at anybody out in the real world.
I mean, again, you could, but you're going to fight somebody.
Right, yeah.
You're going to walk down the streets of Philly, walk by some random person, and you just start going, boo! Boo on you! Boo this man! And he's going to turn around and beat the fuck out of you.
Hey, what are those, girl pants? That's a nice shirt. That's a nice shirt. Do they make it in a man size?
So you got the muscle shirt. Did the muscle show up tomorrow?
Hey, you look like Aquaman, but with Down syndrome.
Oh no! Oh no! How's Philly living, Corey? You guys shutting down over there? Just straight up drooling on yourselves, going go birds all the time? Or?
Currently, it seems like everyone's kind of sick right now. So maybe things are going to be people are going to be a little less anxious to go outside and do things. And
well, yeah, but like Philly's always been one of those towns which is I've noticed, they're not very liberal. They're very much like they don't really give a shit. Or like, are you noticing people are?
No, I told you.
Hold on. Let me bust it out. People staying home.
People staying home.
I'm trying to do my Philly accent. I'm working on it.
No, I told you I went to Bert. I went to Bert Kreischer the other day, and there's tons of people there, and no one had masks on. And
nice, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like Philly's like one of those towns. Denver is kind of half and half. Like people will come down from the mountains just to protest. Not like they will come down from the mountains, which is like an hour and a half away from Denver, to protest that we have to wear masks in Denver. Like out in the mountains, nobody really fucking gives a shit. Like, cool. But like you go to like a comedy show now, it's like half the audience is wearing masks. I was at one for New Year's. Actually, it was underground, and probably better wearing face coverings because it was an outdoor show and it was snowing. But yeah, it's kind of half and half here. What about over there in Michigan?
Where I live, no one really wears a mask. If you do wear a mask, you're kind of looked at funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
In the bigger town that's not that far away from me, most people don't wear masks, but if you did, like, I don't like if you wore a mask, I wouldn't look at you funny or care. Like, unless you're in your car alone. And then I will be like, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
I do like DoorDash and shit sometimes, and like I catch myself like, oh god, take your mask. I'm like wearing my mask because I like it's like I think you're technically supposed to wear it when you go to drop it off at the door and when you go pick up the food at the restaurant. Actually, yeah, most places now are like super strict enforcing like at the door you need to have your mask on to come inside shit. But yeah, like I catch myself in the car all the time. I'm like, get this shit off my fucking face.
Yeah, my mom calls those people who wear them in their cars mask holes.
Mask holes?
Yeah.
You can call them ticktards.
I think his mom might not say that word as comfortably as we do, Dan.
No, doesn't really flow off the tongue so easily.
So one thing I did want to talk about, because we are like, so one of the biggest kind of not influences necessarily on our show, but like one of our favorite shows is Your Mom's House, and we watch that all the time. And I everybody's really sad about Betty White and all this stuff about passing. No offense, I don't give a shit. But Top Dog,
that's a hot take.
Top Dog, Tom Segura Sr. passed away, and I just that is just one of the saddest things I have heard. My heart goes out to them and the YMH family. So, but.
Rest in peace there, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
That was my Top Dog impression. Do you ever watch or listen to Your Mom's House, Corey? Boy, you look like you're gonna puke.
No, I just the only times I had watched it or heard it was when I watched it and heard it with you guys.
Right. Yeah, so you don't know how he's just a very old school thinking kind of person. Like, well, if you want a lady's attention, you gotta talk to her. You gotta make her laugh. And if you make her laugh, I guarantee you're gonna be making her breakfast in the morning. Like, he's just like old school kind of guy like that.
Tom's got some really great jokes about him, like in his specials about being a Vietnam vet and how he's out to eat, and he asked the waitress if she is Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I got a friend who's black or whatever."
Yeah, like that. But dude,
I work with a black guy. Like,
but like he's been on the podcast a million times.
Okay,
and he is exactly like that. Like, that is not an exaggeration. So
the dude fucking drove a fucking boat up the fucking Da Nang, or like one of those like crazy rivers and fucking during Vietnam. It's a different generation. But he definitely was not like a bad person. And not for nothing, I in hindsight, I have to give that guy so much more like post combat credit for dealing with Charo's farts. Like,
Oh, dude.
Tom Segura's mom notoriously just has these fucking rippers of like I'm talking about. Like, there's a video of one where you actually watch her brace the countertop before she fucking rips this fart.
And it's like a 15-second long fart.
Yeah.
And it's loud the whole time. And it doesn't like trail off. It just ends immediately. It's pretty, dude. It's got to be like one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna see if I can pull that up fast enough.
Yeah, Corey Castle. So, Renee, did you know that our buddy Corey Castle is in a movie on Netflix?
No way.
With Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Oh.
She didn't know she was being recorded. You're no longer my son. You're not my son anymore.
He's Peruvian.
Show it to me. Show it to me. Imagine, like, that was rest in peace, Grandma. My grandma, when I used to spend my summers with her down in Florida, there would be nights where, like, literally I like could hear her rip them. Mm-hmm. And it was literally the other side of the house. Like, my room would be by the front door. Her room is literally like touching the backyard and has like it's the back of the fucking house. Fucking hilarious. Like, loud, like almost like there's like a subwoofer like installed in the house because like you can feel the reverberations.
My nan was like that with her burps. Her belches were always like wall shattering. Like, they would shake the walls everywhere in the house. There's always, and like it's like it seems to like have passed on to like now my mom will do it a little bit, but like not as bad as my nan used to do it. But every once in a while I'll be like, it'll be quiet and you'll just hear brrr from the other end of the house, and you're like, what was that?
I have my mom's crazy sneezes. Or no, wait, is it the sneeze? No, the cough. I sneeze crazier. Like, I have, like, you guys saw it. I just had like a 9 sneeze fit. Usually it's always 3. I don't know what the hell was happening. I think it's this joint. Yeah, like, huh?
I said that's a logic.
Yeah, like, I can definitely. I remember, like, you get those things you remember from your childhood that used to annoy you. Like, my mom's cough. I'm like, why does she always cough like that? And now I fucking cough exactly like her. But yeah, shout out to Top Dog for fucking all that content, all his contributions to the show and dealing with fucking crazy ass Charo and her bridge games.
Yeah. But all right, so that's out of the way. I wanted to make sure we said that because it was weighing on our hearts and it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, that was really sad. I Dan told me about it the night it came out, and I actually like kind of just call him a liar. I refused to believe it. That's how much I was pissed about it. I was, Betty White was 90-9. That one was kind of easy to see coming.
Right.
I don't. Do they even say what happened? I don't even have to get into.
She died of natural causes.
No, I meant fucking Top Dog, the one that matters.
He died of natural causes.
Really?
I don't know. I'm guessing because they didn't put it out anyway.
Black tar heroin overdose.
Right.
Dope.
I don't know. I looked at his obituary today, so
yeah, that sucks. I guess we can easily just transition to podcast talk. You want to just easily like transition to what happened on your mom's house last week?
Dude, your mom's house last week was. Like
this was
first 20 minutes
I summoned a demon. Last Tuesday, if you guys listen to last Tuesday's episode again, I kept quoting this one person that that they have made, like shown videos of on your mom's house. I kept saying using the word unprompted with that stupid fucking accent of them, not knowing that the next day they were actually going to have this guy on the fucking show. And Dan loves this guy.
Oh yeah, so fucking. I couldn't, dude. Once he came, I watched 5 minutes of when he actually came on the episode, and I had to shut it off. I couldn't finish it.
So the guy's name, so everybody knows, is Cobra Tate. You can look him up. He's a former
MMA
Muay Thai or kickboxer, one of the two. He now is like, you know, a self-made millionaire kind of guy with ties to, I'm sure, some very unsavory people, judging by the 2-hour-long fucking interview that was just, even for me, like, I love the guy because I just find him to be so obnoxious, but it's like I find people like that extra fascinating. This dude is of the ideology that, like, his girl should make him 2 cups of coffee every single morning, even though he's only going to drink one of them. You know, like, he's a guy who is just like, a girl should clean up unprompted because I do everything else. My credit cards always work. I will always pay the bills, and you have one job in fucking life. And it's like, this dude is like, it's not a joke. This dude lives this ideology. He lives this mindset. And again, he is a real, like, millionaire, and like, it's like the dude is a hustler. But Jesus Christ, that was not worth a 2-hour interview.
It was like the most obnoxious thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where you hear like funny clips and you're like, oh, that's hilarious. And then you realize that this person lives this all the time.
Oh, it was horrible. What about you, buddy? Do you have a podcast that you listened to this week that you really enjoyed?
Not really. No. I've listened to Jim Cornette does these omnibus episodes.
Okay,
like the best of Vince McMahon stories.
I wanted to listen to that,
so I listened to that, and that's the only one I can really remember listening to.
Well, it was like 3 or 4 hours long, wasn't it?
Yes, super long.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. I can't remember anything else that I listened to.
You could have very easily bullshitted and been like, "Oh yeah, I love last week's Perfectly Misfit. It was so fucking great." You know, no. Corey keeps it fucking real.
He doesn't watch our show, nor does he ever, like, you know, pay attention. So it's all good, Corey Castle.
I've been
he doesn't give us his currency of his time.
Speaking of wrestling, though, my YouTube algorithm has been like suggesting random shit, and like is it Stone Cold is now doing this like series where I think they're calling it like Headbanger or Headbasher series or a Skull Crusher series.
Okay.
Where he's like doing like interviews and like just telling like old stories.
The Broken Skull Ranch.
Broken Skull, that's it. Headbanger, some shit. I mean, I don't know. It's new to me, but like, I don't know. Those have been popping up lately. Those are cool.
Yeah. I watched most of them.
The Undertaker was good.
Yeah, I saw the Nash one. I like that one a lot. I've seen most of them now. I'm thinking about it, but I saw the X-Pac one. Xbox.
Nice.
Xbox one. He just sat down with Bill Gates.
He just sat down. He's like, "I got 2 words for you. Microsoft."
If you like Microsoft, can I get a hell yeah?
There's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. Micro, SAWFT, soft.
Microsoft is the toughest son of a bitch online provider service out there. Sorry, I've been leaning hard on the voices lately.
What was the other ones that are good that I liked?
What the Microsoft is cooking.
The Seth Rollins one was okay. You know what I liked that one about? What I liked about that one is like I was like that. I watched Seth Rollins and I'm like, this guy's not likable. And then I watched him have that interview with Steve Austin and I'm like, oh, he's kind of likable, but like. If he's himself, but like he's being this silly goose, laugh at my own jokes person, and it sucks.
Do you ever do either of you guys know who Nardwar is?
No.
He's a Canadian I think he's a DJ, but he's just known for doing these like crazy interviews
with
like rappers.
Uzi?
Sorry, yeah, he does it.
Rob Zombie poster.
Yeah,
yeah. I know.
That's it's like I'm a stoner. I forgot why I brought him up.
Oh, because he does these interviews and brings up very obscure stuff.
Yeah.
The very beginnings, like no one else would know and no one should know, but somehow he finds out.
Yeah, like that's one of his specialties is like asking questions to celebrities that they would like literally like asking questions like about their like fourth grade, freaking elementary school teacher, and be like, oh, so was it true that like Mrs. Jenkins like taught you how to rap on your write down your first rap? And they'll be like, how you fuck you know about Mrs. fucking Jenkins? Yo, this motherfucker crazy. Yeah. And those are obviously the white people that he interviews.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
generally the census of all those.
Wait, it was because only white kids have elementary school teachers named Miss Jenkins.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, Mrs. Leroy Jenkins. Dan, you hated your mom's house this week. Was there anything you actually liked?
Yeah, actually, I really did like Ryan Sickler's podcast. I know you hate the Honeydew. I did listen to this one asshole's podcast. It was a really, really good podcast. I really enjoyed it. But I don't want to mention his name because he doesn't watch our fucking podcast, even though I watch his podcast, Corey Castle, Evolving Corey Castle. That was a really good episode, you dick.
What are you talking about?
What?
What episode are you talking about? Was
the latest one you sent me last week, or this past week.
All right. Yeah, Killian probably, right?
Yeah.
Rad. Thanks for listening. Sorry, I don't reciprocate.
You don't return the.
I had a one that I really, really liked this week that I completely forgot about this character. I listened to Artie Lang's podcast, and like he had Bubba the Love Sponge on, and yes, that is the perfect response to if any of you are old school Howard Stern fans or old school fucking radio shock jock fans, you know who Bubba the Love Sponge is. And then some of you also might know him as the star, or excuse me, the husband of the female star of the Hogan tape, the very, very famous Hogan tape. Bubba the Love Sponge's wife was the co-star with Hulk Hogan. And that was a really great fucking interview, though. I mean, totally unexpected. I mean, I just found it, maybe it wasn't the best interview. Let me take that back. Because it turned into Bubba interviewing Artie, like just kind of like, but old school shit, and like just trying to like force a lot of dumb shit. He's like, Artie, remind me again. What was the best town that we ever got whores in?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is awesome. This is so awkward and awesome. And he's just like, he literally said the word whores, I want to say at least 14 or 15 times on that fucking episode. Fucking great.
I didn't watch that, but I have been watching that a lot. Did you watch the Uncle Joey episode?
Yes. Yes, I did.
It's a really good one too.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago, or like about a month and a half ago. I'm looking at it right here. Yeah. I don't watch them though. I listen to them. Do they record them?
No.
Okay.
I meant listen.
I was gonna say, Jesus, that would be kind of tough to watch.
Artie's a fucking ugly mug right now.
I don't know.
Shit.
Corey, you know who Artie Lang is, I assume, yeah?
Yeah.
His nose is completely gone from all the heroin he snorted.
Yeah, and he got punched in his nose, and it went all flat.
Yeah,
I heard about it.
it looks like it's decaying and shit. It's disgusting looking.
Bad Friends this week was like a Bolt episode where they like just like showed a bunch of unaired shit. Like they showed like a shit from the Mexico episode and like one of their first episodes before they even had like a real set going. I'd still love me some fucking Bad Friends.
I'll have to check that out.
But those are my two for this week. Oh, actually, I don't know if I brought it up. Last week, about 2 weeks ago, Hollywood Babylon came back, which is a Kevin Smith podcast that I really love. It was him and this dude, Ralph Garman. Yeah. And like they had, it was a show that's really better done live. So during the pandemic, they tried a couple episodes where it was just the two of them like recording at Kevin's house, but it just didn't translate well. So they just stopped doing it. And they released an episode that was like right before fucking Christmas. I think it was probably like right after Thanksgiving. And yeah, that was like, it was fun to like have a flashback to that fucking show. I'm surprised Corey, actually, wait, no, I'm not. Fucking Corey loves Kevin Smith. So
yeah, they recorded an episode of Hollywood Babylon in Philly, and me and my friends went to it at Punchline Philly. I've gone to a couple evenings with Kevin Smith.
Nice.
Like seeing him do stand up like more times than I can remember.
I was gonna say Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, the evening with Kevin Smith, is that what you're the same thing as?
I saw that first.
Okay.
And that's like that to me, that's stand up. I mean,
okay. So because like
and
to fill Dan in, because I don't think he's that big of a fucking, especially with these, because the evenings with Kevin Smith are very, very different. It is him telling stories while taking questions from the audience. But like I've seen one that was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Well,
Like he will just be like, what else you guys got? You want another fucking story? Ask a question. And he'll just like,
didn't he do that with Jay when Jay first started?
He did a show.
Jay and Silent Bob Get Old is
they had their own show where they went on tour basically and did that. Yeah, there's the two of them.
The Intervention podcast.
Yeah, but then like, but when it's just Kevin, it's him standing, and I think when there's the two of them, there was the two of them sitting like on like couches and shit.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if I consider that stand.
But I saw him. He did an evening with Kevin Smith at Punchline Philly that I went to with my friends as well.
And he did stand up there. You felt
yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
huh.
Yeah, it's stand up, dude. I
found out recently Corey got to go to an event years ago that me and my buddy were going to go to, and we just didn't. Kevin has the world record for the most Kevin Smith cosplayers in one place. Is that what it was? Or Jay and Silent Bob cosplayers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you went as Silent Bob because you're so fat.
No, I was Jay.
Duh.
I was Jay, and I was my lady at the time who was being Silent Bob. She was Jay. Me and her were both Jay, and my best friend and his wife were both Silent Bobs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right.
Double dating.
Well,
fucking
yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, both of us are not in those relationships anymore.
He's like, I need to make that real clear for some reason. All right, we get it, Corey. I ain't with that bitch. I mean, yeah, it was a great time. And he got to meet Kevin Smith. I like that's right, on my bucket list of people that I need to meet. Jeff Bridges, Kevin Smith. Those are like two huge ones right now. And I'm worried about Jeff Bridges. That dude's getting old as shit. Moving on to TV. What about movies and television, Corey? You seen anything lately?
I've been watching lots of wrestling. I'm watching Raw and SmackDown and AEW. more AEW than Raw and SmackDown, but I watched some of Monday Night Raw from yesterday today because I'm kind of stuck in my house.
What's his name? Jericho? He's down there now, right?
Jericho?
No, who's it? God damn it. Hey, give me a fucking break, nerds. All right? Jesus
Jericho?
Christ.
Chris Jericho?
Who the hell was it? You can fucking vamp while I'm talking, while I'm looking it up.
You've got to watch all of them because you have a wrestling podcast as well.
I do have a wrestling podcast. It's called Rassle Rock, RASSLE Rock. And it's on YouTube, youtube.com/Rassle Rock.
Yeah.
And dude, it's been pretty rad. Also, what's been rad on DCW Overdrive TV is Corey Castle.
Yeah, it was fucking Jericho. Why are you guys making me feel like an asshole?
Oh, no. By the way, Corey on his Facebook page just did post his wrestling match from the latest DCW show.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, he has one of the smoothest STOs I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. It looked like a finisher move, and it's normally not. Like it could have been, because it looked like it was devastating as fuck. But yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was watching. I saw clips from was that November when Tomohiro Ishii fucking shows up. That was pretty fucking dope. Fucking old school. And I love that Sting is fucking flying around in there. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, dude. It's great. He's 63 years old. And like it's gotta be so cool to like to be somebody who's getting to work with Sting. Like it's really cool for FTR or anybody who gets to go in there and bump for him and like work with him. And like get beat on him, like Darby,
CM Punk and Darby recently.
Yeah, it's got to
so cool.
It's got to be rad as hell to be like, wow, this is a legend, and
that's a fucking real legend. Yeah,
that's rad. And he's not, and he doesn't move like he's 63 years old. He moves like he's 36 years old.
He like still reminds me of like Taker at the end, where he was still fucking moving like it was still the 90s.
But he's also booked right, and all of his matches are put together right, so that you can't tell that he's a 63-year-old man. He's not in the ring long enough for him to get super gassed,
right?
But he still sells like a motherfucker. He's still really good. He's smooth as shit, dude. As long as the other guys know what he's doing, he's smooth as shit. It makes me think back to like '99. When Sting was like the Crow Sting again, and it was amazing. I miss those days.
I hear the word Sting, and then like automatically I hear the Crow.
Oh, dude! When I think of Sting, I still think of him at the early '90s with the fucking bleach blonde hair and like almost like the Ultimate Warrior makeup and shit. The
skater Sting.
Yeah,
or surfer Sting.
The surfer Sting.
Corey, no movies lately. Nothing like. Did you get to see Don't Look Up yet?
I saw some of it. I fell asleep watching it. Honestly.
Yeah, I had to watch it.
It was very boring.
I had to watch it in pieces. It's still a good movie. I like the ending.
Sure, the acting is really good and the cinematography is amazing, but it's just boring.
Nice.
Daniel,
dude, I've been. I just started The Witcher second season today.
Okay.
It's really good, and of course, I'm still watching the shit out of Letterkenny.
Nice.
I just started a couple weeks ago. I'm already on season 5.
What's the latest you remember?
The wedding. We don't fight at weddings.
Oh yeah, that's the name of the episode. Yeah. You don't fight at weddings.
Yeah.
Or they ambush those preppy assholes at the hotel.
Right. Hey, do you watch Letterkenny, Corey? I was, dude, until a couple weeks ago, I was totally down with that. I thought Renee was ridiculous for pushing this stupid show, but for 22 minutes, I could sit down and watch a quick episode, and it's fairly enjoyable.
I've tried to watch it a couple times. I think it was just seemed too fake to me. Like
I always feel like I always say this, and maybe that'll help you like change the way you look at it. I always try to say that Letterkenny is if Clerks was written by a Canadian. Now, very long-winded, very intellectual jokes, very dry humor. There's like Shakespeare references at certain points in the fucking in the show. It's I don't know. It's dumb, smart humor. It's the only best way I describe it. Fucking love that show.
I also my FX on my TV got logged off. This is my real like first world problems. Oh, my Hulu is logged down and I don't know how to get back in.
Yeah.
Oh, my life.
Poor Corey.
My life is
Corey.
Oh, I am locked down on Hulu forever.
I mean, not for nothing, you do remind me of me about a month ago when I got my new phone and I had to remember all my old passwords. That shit sucks. It really does suck. It is a fucking first world problem though, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Letterkenny's my shit. I don't know if I had confirmed last week, but definitely stay tuned to the How Are You Now podcast, the Toughest Lot podcast in Letterkenny. I will be on the 3rd episode for the new season called Dick Meat. Really looking forward to that. The dicks are have you met the Mennonites yet, Dan?
Not yet.
The Amish?
Not yet.
Really? Oh shit. All right. Damn, I wonder what fucking season they come out. Are you sure? I feel like they had to have shown up once by now.
No.
He's like, I would have remembered them by now.
Yeah, I would have remembered. They're still messing with the natives.
Yeah. All right.
And that's in Canada?
Yeah. So they have some Mennonites up there.
Letterkenny, Ontario, Canada.
Which is a made-up place.
There's Mennonites here in PA.
Yeah.
There's Mennonites here, like 20 minutes down the road from where I live.
We ain't got none of them fucking wannabe fucking hippie religious fucking rednecks. Out that shit out of here.
You're really close to Mormon country though, so you really can't talk that much.
Fair enough. Touche. But at least they come up here for Rumspringer. I believe that was an episode. No, wait. Actually, shit, that might be the first episode. It'll be a Rumspringer episode. That's all I'll say. No spoilers. I watched Boba Fett, the new Boba Fett. God damn, it's good. It's really good. I mean, they obviously set it up for like in the last season of Mandalorian. They set this up. I want more. I want more Mandalorian because I'm a baby Yoda junkie. For those of you who don't know, literally, like it's kind of ridiculous. And I will settle for this though. I will settle for Boba Fett as a placekeeper while I wait for more Mandalorian. Boba Fett fucking dope.
I love comics. I love all the superhero comics. Absolutely love them. I've never once been able to get into Star Wars. I thought it was too dorky.
Fair enough. I mean, like, I don't know how people can be huge Star Wars nerds at all. Like, I mean, like that is just so dumb and ridiculous. I don't know, man. It's not like that's one of those things that I've always loved since I was a kid. So yeah, and the last couple movies weren't that great. So I'm kind of loving what they're doing now with this shit.
Dude, the exact same with my feelings about video games. Dude, Mandalorian looks so awesome. I just don't feel like waiting through all the not cool parts to get to the cool parts. Like that's how I feel about video games. That's how I feel about Seinfeld. Like it's like
I fucking hate Seinfeld. This is one of the worst shows ever, and everybody loves it. I don't get it.
One of the worst shows ever that made some of the most biggest money in the world. All right, there,
I
buddy.
know. It's like
All right,
that and
there.
Friends. Like,
All right, there.
ugh.
Take it easy there, kid.
yeah. So it looks cool, and I would get into it. Like if I wanted to not like the things I like and do the things I like to do.
Nice. Like when he says that about video games, I kind of feel like, man, you're kind of a pompous little asshole, huh? I'm sitting here going, I can't wait for this to end. I got to get back on that Call of Duty Warzone.
Corey's like, yeah, you know that whole part of like, you know, playing the game and like getting to all the cool parts. I don't do all that shit. Yeah, fuck games. Games are stupid.
I just don't want to be good at them. That's it. You just want to put the time.
I just if I'm not automatically awesome at it, I don't care.
Oh Jesus! No wonder he stopped doing comedy. There it is, ladies. There we go.
That was straight. That was hurtful.
It's okay.
I had to bring him. I had to take him down a notch.
I didn't stop doing comedy, so you know,
I know.
It didn't hurt my feelings.
I know. I was like, wow.
Had I been someone who stopped doing comedy, maybe that would hurt my feelings, but I haven't stopped.
When are you going up next? Do you know?
No.
I know you got a weird ass schedule. So.
I have COVID right now, so
yeah. So that kind of puts you out.
Yeah, it kind of puts me out. So I don't know. I don't know when I got anything coming up. I know the next wrestling show I have is January 15th, and hopefully I don't have COVID still by then.
So you know, like that part of the show when I said, you know, hey, do you have anything to plug? That's something you should plug. I know nobody listens to this show, but I mean,
well, what if I'm sick and I can't make it?
Right.
Yeah,
false advertising then.
But still, they'd follow you.
Card subject to change and stuff.
I don't know anybody in
card subject to change. It's like a 1999 pay-per-view.
That's the name. That's the name. That's on every flyer for every show ever.
Yeah,
it says in parentheses at the bottom, card subject to change. Every show, every flyer for every show that's ever been out, it always has in parentheses at the bottom, card subject to change.
Covering their ass.
Yep.
Fatty fat time. Who's been fatty fat lately?
What about you, Corey? Can you taste or smell?
No, I can taste and smell. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You probably got the Omicron.
This is like our last segment. We talk about, just so Corey, you know, like you don't come on every day. So like Dan and I are limited to talk about what we've consumed over the past week. But I mean, any like, Thanksgiving, fucking Christmas, any crazy big meals you've had lately? Anything super scrumdiddlyumptious?
I just ate like most of a Sicilian pizza by myself.
What's the difference between a Sicilian pizza and a normal pizza?
Well, it's like a Sicilian is like a square pizza. It's got more.
Dan, do you not know what the fuck a Sicilian is?
No, I'm being 100% serious.
Holy shit.
Okay, well,
this is interesting.
All right, so I'll let Renee, the New Yorker, I'll let him tell you what a Sicilian pizza is.
I've never had to explain.
You have to go to a classy place to have that? Because I don't know.
No, it's just literally a square pizza. It's not even like grandma style. Do you know what a grandma style pizza is?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to?
Is it like homemade pizzas?
No.
I make those.
No. So Sicilian, if I can get this picture blown the fuck up here. This is what a Sicilian pizza looks like, as opposed to a grandma slice. But it's a square pie, super thick crust.
Oh, like a Chicago style pizza.
Whoa! Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. A Chicago style pizza is more of a casserole. Don't get me started. Oh, here comes the meat. You see what you did to me, Corey? You see what you fucking did to me?
I don't know. You could do the Detroit style pizza. It almost looks like that too. So,
that is a Sicilian. This is more like a grandma slice here, where it'll be like the cheese on the bottom, sauce on the top.
Bro, that's Detroit style pizza.
God, kill yourself in a fire. I hate you. God damn it. God damn it. I don't
Fucking
even talk.
Google Detroit style pizza. That's what will become up.
Anyway.
Hey, did I ever
The more buttery crust in the Detroit side. Don't even get me started. All right.
did I ever tell you guys the story of when I went to Chicago? I was scheduled to be a guest on Jerry Springer. Do you guys know that? Did I tell you this story before? Have you ever heard?
You did me, but not on a podcast.
Oh, okay. So I guess it was Sammy Callahan and Drake Younger, right? Drake Younger, the ref in WWE. Drake,
right.
Whatever his name is, Jake Worth, whatever. So he hit us up, me and the girl that I was dating at the time, Roxy, Gabby, right? And was like, hey, Rox, can you come on the show with me and Sammy and act like you're the girl that we're fighting over for our story? And she was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And they're like, okay, the producer's going to call you. She's smartened up to that it's a work, but she wants you to sell it to her like it's not a work. Understand? And she was like, okay. And the lady calls and she was like, hey, how do you know Sammy and Drake? And she was like, well, we're all pro wrestlers, and they told me it was all the work, and it was, and that you were in on the thing. And the lady was like, ugh, okay, all right, who are you dating now? And then she was like, oh, Corey. And then she put me on the phone and was like, tell me the story of how you guys got together. And I just, made up this whole big, crazy made up story. And she was like, okay, would you be willing to be flown to Chicago and come on Jerry Springer and tell that story? And I was like, yeah, sure. So Gabby and I got another girl to come on and act like she was the other girl in the story. And like, we got flown to Chicago. They put us up they picked us up in a limo at the airport, took us to a Hilton, and fed us like all this good food and shit. And then they take us to the studio and they make us sign all this stuff saying we're never going to tell the story, but here I am telling it.
Right.
And it's not a work. It's all real. They're like,
right.
The security guards will try to stop you. But
yes, really Jerry Springer producers who watch our show.
They're like, the producers are going to, the security guards are going to try to stop you, but they're not really trying to stop you. Right. So then we sign all the crap, and then they like separate us and put us in like wardrobe, and they like brief each person, and they're like, okay, well, all right, we're going to save you guys for the last story of the night. But the story that was on before ours was like this one lady was like 7 feet tall, and she was dating some short guy, and she beat the crap out of him on stage. She like ragdolled his ass all over the stage, and it went way longer. And then they were like, "Oh, we're not going to have time to record your guy's story," which I was like, "Oh shoot!" I was totally fine with it. I was like, "Give me the money. You gave me the trip. I got a free vacation. I got to dress in these cool clothes for a little bit, and then I got to eat all this Chicago pizza, and then I'm out of here." And then they're like, "Oh, we'll have you back." Sure, you will. And then I just never answered the phone.
They try to call you back to fly. You could have gotten another free trip.
Yeah.
And they probably would have paid you again, right? Like
yeah, probably. But then I would have had to have been on Jerry Springer, and I didn't want to do that.
You could have got a SAG card.
Well, maybe.
Come on, everybody wanted to be on Jerry.
But I got a T-shirt.
I got an
8x10. I got a signed 8x10, and I got the Meet Jerry Springer.
Nice.
Those are all things that happen.
Just love how this tied into our, like, because Dan brought up Chicago pizza. It's our food segment, and I ate Chicago pizza once in Chicago. Good contribution, Corey. Thank you so much. Dan, have you cooked anything lately? You fat?
Dude, I had some lemon pepper chicken last night. homemade with mini potato wedges, like homemade. It was really good. It fucking amazing. My kids ate like 3 helpings of it, and
Yeah,
they don't ever do that shit.
When I'm like not drinking, I get so much more hungry. You're right there, Corey. Fucking those mushrooms kick in, bud.
No, just trying to see something on the screen.
I get so much hungrier when I'm not drinking because I guess it's like all those empty calories fills my stomach, and I've had wings twice this week, or the past like 6 days, or since New Year's or whatever you want to call.
Nice. Good for you.
Dude, I found a new new to me place. That shit from the outside it looks a lot nicer, but the inside looks like a fucking shithole. But those places tend to have the most delicious food. A place called Wing Slingers.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. That shit, like literally, like they're so greasy, my car still smelled like the wings the next day.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you know you picked the right place.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode when he came with the fucking cheesesteaks and he's like, how do you know they're the right ones? Like, you could see them through the bag. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that was a Simpsons episode as well.
Oh, I think it's probably been on every episode of everything ever.
Yeah. Great. Yes, and Dan. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. It's
coming up on an hour here, guys. We started a little late, so we'll get Corey the fuck out of here. Corey, anything else you want to promote before we kick you to the curb?
I just want to say, everybody who's checking out the podcast, thanks so much for your time and effort, and also make sure to hit subscribe on Perfectly Misfit Podcast on YouTube, and make sure you also subscribe at YouTube, youtube.com/Corey Castle, youtube.com/Rasslerock, and follow me on all the social medias at Corey Castle, CORYKASTLE.
We already suck his dick off the show, or when he's not on the show, but we really can't help but say great things about Corey Castle. He's a good fucking dude. He's a genuine dude. I really can't get over how handsome he is. It's really kind of annoying. Yeah, he's just like fucking great guy, and he's a fucking looker. Ugh, fucking just go away. But no, we really appreciate that little push, man. We appreciate everybody who watches us every fucking week. Whether you like us or don't like us.
Well, the thing I say every week on Wrestle Rock is I say, if you like what we're putting out, let us know you exist. Just prove to us that you exist. Leave a comment below on the YouTube channel. Say like, sup dudes. Like, good job.
Like, a comment. When we get around to seeing it, we will respond.
Let us know you exist. Faux show. And if you're going through some stuff and you need to talk to somebody, I'm not a hard person to get a hold of. Follow me. My DMs are always open at Corey Castle on Twitter and Instagram. And faux
His
show
phone number is 817.
He doesn't pick up his phone anyway. Fucking dork.
No.
Give us a like, give us a subscribe, fucking share if you have a freaking favorite episode. Dan and I are, again, we promised we're working on trying to make clips and edited versions and get our shit out on Spotify a little more. We love you guys. Check out Denver Skates. Anything you want to throw out, Dan?
No, I'm good, bro.
Cool. The only other thing we always ask is tell somebody you love them. It's might be your only chance that you get to, because you never know what's coming around that corner. I love you, Dan.
Love you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys next week.
Bye.